Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Trey with TreyMixes.com. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel where we're going to have these tutorials weekly. And in this tutorial, we're going to talk about mixing bass, but specifically using EQ filters on your bass instruments or bass guitar to try to get rid of a whole lot of unwanted noise. So we have a quick and fast EQ and filter tutorial. But first, we're going to listen to part of this song from Drawn Together. This is called Love Song, and let you pick out the bass. I love bass. I'm pretty much been accused of mixing a little bass heavy, but I don't care. I like things that thump. So here, let's hear this.
Red-headed lady, just a little bit crazy, like I hoped you would be. The shirt fit alright, but the pants are too tight.
So that's our bass track. Sounds pretty good. Was played really cleanly and didn't have to do any fixing or anything. So I'm just going to show you how I pulled up an EQ and how we get rid of some unwanted noise using filters. And I use this trick on all of my bass instruments to get rid of stuff that doesn't really matter, because the bass fits a very specific range of frequencies, and you don't have to do a ton to get it to fit in, but a lot of basses, particularly electric basses, will come with a lot of extra noise sometimes that you want to get rid of so you don't muddy up your mix. So here we have a standard EQ, regular old channel EQ in Logic. You can use any EQ in any DAW. And what this is on this end is a high-pass filter, and we have a low-pass filter on the top end. And what that is exactly what it says. A high-pass filter starts at the bottom end of your frequencies and cuts out everything below and lets the highs pass through. The same with a low-pass filter. And so what I like to do with bass instruments, is start with a high-pass filter. I'm just going to turn it on. We're going to roll it way back here. And I'm going to play the bass, and we're going to roll up this filter and get rid of everything we don't need below the fundamental notes of this bass. You see, I rolled up too far, and it started to really thin out, started to really cut into that. So we're going to do it on the top end too. So what I did was I rolled up until I started getting rid of the string noise. And what we need with basses sometimes is a string noise to get it to pop through a little bit, sound like someone's really playing an instrument, and you're not just getting thumps, and that it's not just sounding like a duplicated kick drum. The fundamentals down in this region tend to mask up with a kick drum. And so you want to have some of the higher mids and some of the lower mids to really bring out some character in those notes and get the music notes through and not just the thump. So we'll turn this back on. I'll turn this EQ on and off. What you'll hear is not a ton of difference, but there's a whole lot of unneeded musical information that is being produced down here that if you leave it in can really plug up, can really muddy up your mix and get in the way of other things. So here. So while using filters on your EQs is not really revolutionary or anything new in the world of music, it's really an important thing to remember. And with your bass instruments, where you're occupying frequencies in the low end a whole lot more readily than in the very high end, it's important to remember that you can filter out the top end as well. You can do this with bass synths, bass instruments of all types, double basses in a concert setting, because they're just going to be producing frequencies in the top end that are going to get in the way of other instruments. So without getting rid of your bass in your mix, you're able to clear out more space for other elements of the mix to really shine through. So that's it for today. Hopefully you can take this little filter trick and instructional video and use it to your benefit in your own mixes. Again, like and subscribe. Head over to TreyMixes.com if you want to check out other mixes that I've done, or email me over there. So thank you for your time, and have yourself a great day.